Greetings! Welcome to another episode of the Italian RTG, and we go straight into a new game, and on top of that we go in a game in next gen, as you can see on the field. And the reason for that, a new patch came out, so we always give our thoughts on the new patch. And long story short, I still don't like new gen. I think it's unplayable. I think it's one of the worst, if not the worst, football game I've ever played. It's clunky, it's boring, it's just dead. I mean, look at the state of the AI defending. Doesn't matter though, because we would go on to win this game. So everyone who was hoping to say, you just don't like it because you don't win. Unlike it, we won, of course. We would end up breaking through with this marvelous pass that had no right to go to Insigne, and then we rebound the goal. These are just things that happen next gen, old gen, new gen. So I'm not going to put this on new gen. I'm actually going to be fair. And it's just about the feel, man. It's the clunkiest thing I've ever played. It's slow. Anyone who says this is harder, I think you haven't played good players on old gen. You can make the argument that there's more good players on new gen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're the second coming of FIFA Jesus or a noob. You're not playing your opponents. You're playing the insane CPU. What makes the game harder, which it's not harder, but if you want to argue that the game is harder on new gen, it's just because of the CPU. Everyone's just a bystander in next gen, and it's two computers playing against each other. And new gen, on old gen, you might argue that there's less good players, but really, still, the PS5 shortage means that a lot of sweats still play on old gen here as we defend awfully. But it doesn't matter because the level is still always going to be tougher on old gen, the gen where you're not going to be able to have the computer defend for you. But I digress, and into the episode we go. Obviously, like I said last time, this episode is all about rivals. Gotta get a few wins here and there to rank up, and then tomorrow we'll be able to open our rivals rewards at the end of that episode. Tomorrow here, our opponents makes it 2-2 to, I called this guy Mr. Crocodile. Look at the state of his, his celebration. So we had to win here. He makes a mistake, passes it, and the keeper is just outrageously good with that save, but no worries. Tonali 1-2 gets on the byline. We try to work it in, so obviously we get our little cut back, but no. It's Chiesa who misses for us, and then he makes another huge mistake, and off of that, he can't do anything because we have a nice little 1-2, and this is an outrageous finish from Lorenzo Insigne to give us the win, and we are now one step away from Div 1. In the next game, we would face this opponent's team featuring some Frenchies, St. Max, who is dangerous this year, dangerous. And it would begin with me defending quite poorly. Something was off for me today. I just couldn't get my grips to defending. Then here we get a beautiful chance. But needless to say, our choice in shot was nothing short of embarrassing. So we go again with Chiesa. This time we have a better opening, but the keeper comes out really well, and we can't finish it again, as usual. Those are really, really difficult finishes for me to get a hold of. So in the next clip, we end up just walking by the keeper, and to close out this game, we get lucky there with the pass, but it's all one touch there from Politano, and bang, boom. Now I know it's 3-1 and we missed the equalizer, but I don't know. The clip is just not there. It doesn't exist. It's got corrupted. It's weird. So I'll leave you with this 4-1 to seal the deal. And we move on to the next game, where officially we begin our Division 1 journey. We have 3 wins now out of the 7 that we need for awards, and we're in Division 1. So now it's going to get really nice and sweaty as we face this opponent. This was the game that really sort of set the tone for the whole day. We miss a nice chance here. Insane save from his keeper, and the game just started to slip away from me here. He gets twisting and turning a lot, and then I was really unhappy with this defensive sequence for myself. I felt like I wasn't there, felt like I wasn't reading the moments correctly, and we give him the goal. Here Spinazzola tries to give me an opportunity. It's actually a really good one, but I think we were too quick here to cross, and we make just nothing of a decent opportunity where we got into his box. And right off of that one, though, he does make another mistake. We win it back once again. And again, it's 2 times we get in really good positions, but whether it's my decision making letting me down or me being too hasty, we just couldn't get a goal that we really worked hard to get there, and we get Umut balls. Nothing like an Umut ball in FIFA 22 after a whole year of them in FIFA 21. So here at 2-0, like I said, the game just slipping away from me. Rashford changes his run only after the pass is made. We tackle him, win it back, goes back to him. So we have to tackle him 2 times, and from there we lost concentration. We do a bit of a risky pass forward where our striker is isolated, and just like that, we give him the free opportunity for a 3-0 lead. And I didn't feel like the game should have been a 3-0. Definitely not in 28 minutes. That's not like us. So Barella gives us a lifeline. Very nice goal. Very nice run from him. Thank you, Sir Barella, for that. But unfortunately, it wouldn't change the story too much as of yet. Look at this. 31st minute, by the way. And we're 4-1 down. There's been 5 goals in less than a single half. So the second half, we tucked our shirt in. We said, okay, we got to work here. He makes a huge mistake. This guy was very I don't know. I felt like it's one of them games or one of those opponents where if you let them, they'll run away with it because they play a 4-2-4. They're careless in defense. But here, I wasn't happy with this goal. Not because of the rebound. I think it should have gone regardless, but I felt like that pass was quite rigged. He got unlucky not to intercept it, but we've been unlucky before, so we'll take it. Here, it evens out. Obviously, the keepers come out. Chiesa with a horrible touch. It is what it is. The opening was gargantuan. We couldn't make anything of it. And here, again, awful defending from ourselves, but you can't blame myself too much because I was just trying to be aggressive, you know. Even though we were perhaps I should have been like, look, you're only 1 goal down, chill. But I was pushing as if I was 2 goals down, right? So obviously, I was on purpose leaving some gaps. Here, we do a little bit of the wiggles that he showed to us, and it doesn't work out. His keeper is just nuts, man. Nuts like everyone else is. And again, look at me dragging out Cannavaro and just creating gaps. Just careless defending. Something wasn't clicking today, and he makes it 6-3. So obviously the tennis game is over. Game, set, and match. Naturally, we out XG him, which is why I had the whole game the feeling that we just let this game slip away. We had the chances to be in it, but for too much of the game, we were down by too many goals. That was essentially our down loss. And look at this ominous red match loss. After that, we face Premier with St. Max, Aubameyang, Rafinha, Fred, De Bruyne, and we had to try and make something better. I'm not sure why I flick it up here. I'm not sure. I guess we want it to be fancy. 38th minute, we go again. Try to make something happen after a horrible game, but unlucky there not to be able to shoot as fast, and the game was dead. Draw. Just a draw. So literally nothing happened, and I don't know what's more of a disaster, our offensive output today or this clash between red pitch lines, red jerseys, and this ricocheted random goal full of mistakes from my opponent where he just keeps giving me the ball back. But I guess we'll take it into Barella. Politano makes it 2-0, and our bud had enough. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to play in this stadium either if it was me, but begs the question, why would you pick these pitch lines? So that's going to be it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the final games of Rivals plus rewards.